Hello guys, this is Tech Nerd, and today I got a very exciting video for you guys. But before we get into it, there's something I gotta say. Now, I started this channel back in December of 2023, and it started off as me just showing off my new gaming PC and the components I got for it. But then I gradually moved away from that and started reviewing and unboxing other types of things like DJI cameras, like a cooler for my DSLR, and then the iPhone came out, so I started doing stuff for the iPhone, and now here we are. So moving forward, I want to turn this channel into all things tech. It could be cameras, it could be computer stuff, it could be any other gizmo or gadget that I find interesting. And I want to give an authentic style to the channel. Now, I know myself, I'm a good critic and I'm honest. And I think that's what makes a good reviewer. Now, all of the videos that you see, all of this stuff is all bought from my own money, from my own pocket. Nobody's sponsoring me. I'm a very small content creator, but that does not stop me from speaking my mind. And moving forward, I want to keep that style intact. So if you want unfiltered, honest, raw, non-sponsored content, I would implore you to consider subscribing and liking the videos and sharing this content so that other people who want the same type of style, who appreciate a small content creator trying to put out honest information out there, they should be able to watch that. So I would really appreciate if you guys consider subscribing, liking the videos, and sharing it. That's how you can contribute towards the channel. And the way I would take care of you guys is that moving forward, I'll keep my honesty intact and my integrity. No matter what I do, no matter what I buy, I'll give you the pros and the cons, because I see a lot of people, if you watch my other videos about the iPhone, everybody and their grandma is like praising the design and praising this and that. But I see a lot of gaps. In my previous video, I commented on the build quality. That video did not do so well on YouTube, but it did pretty well on TikTok, surprisingly, and a lot of people showed engagement. So there was that. But I now realize that honesty is a rare commodity these days, because a lot of YouTubers, when they go a little big, they start getting free products or review units. Then they are bound by the product manufacturer to say or not to say certain type of things, and depending on how big they are, what they say has an impact. So they are bound by certain parameters, which a small content creator is not. But that being said, I would appreciate then again if you like and subscribe and help a brother grow. All right, enough of this. Let's get on with the video. So in front of me today, I got the Telesin Master Grip for the iPhone 17 Pro. Now, I see a lot of different types of camera grips for the iPhones 15, 16, 17, what have you. But what got me interested in this one is it's made by a brand that I am familiar with. I've used their battery banks, I've used their products in the past, their selfie stick with a battery bank built in. So I know it's a reasonable brand. And then the build quality from the videos that I saw. Now they include a case. We're gonna see all of it in a bit, but I'm telling you the reason why I got this particular one. It was not sent to me, as I said. It's just something that I bought, and it's all made out of good quality material, so complements the iPhone in a good way. But then they sell two types of combos for it. There's a standard kit and then there's a creator's kit. The standard kit, as you can see, only has a case and the grip itself. The creator kit has a UV filter and a ring light. Now, I was able to find the ring light separately on their Amazon page. So I was like, okay, the regular, I cannot get the content creator kit for now, but that's okay. I can just buy this and this separately, and it's gonna be the same thing. And now I'm missing the UV filter, but a UV filter isn't the end of the world. So without further ado, we're gonna move the phone aside just for a second, and we're gonna bring in our trusty knife that I got off sale here in Canada for like $5. So yeah, and it shows. I'm just gonna put it away. I will show you the box. I just want to take this plastic off because of the glare situation we got going on. All right, so let's let's look at the box. So here in the front, very clean design, just says Telesin Master Grip, and then there's some Chinese for the iPhone 17 Pro. On the side, they explain what it has, what features the grip has. At the back, there's a dude, and it shows that there's a case, the grip, the cable, the lanyard, and some paperwork, yada yada yada. And yeah, on the side it says it's 3200 milliamp hour battery. Oh, so it says physical filter expansion. I think it does not include the filter, this one, but it does have the possibility to add it later. And then we also have the light, which we will have a look in just a second. And I'm just gonna take it out. Oh, the box is actually not too bad. It's almost iPhone like when you're trying to open it up. The seal, the air tightness of it is pretty decent. It's taking its sweet time coming out. All right, any moment now. I don't want to edit, guys. I want this going to you unfiltered. It may be a long video, but hey, that's gonna be my style. If you don't like it, there are plenty of other short form content videos about any subject matter out there, basically, but this is how I'm gonna do it. The box, just a cardboard. Actually, yeah, it's just cardboard actually. Smells weird. Smells a little weird. This is the case. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Not sure I want to put this case on, because right now I have the, what's the name of this, Taurus silicone case. Feels pretty decent, feels pretty good, and it has this kickstand, this magnetic kickstand built into it, which I find very useful. And yeah, and it has a nice lip on the screen. So, but this one, it is sort of aluminum, but it's pretty cheap. It's the kind of aluminum that you don't really want. It's a little rattly. I'm sure it'll become better once you have it on. But yeah, so this is the case. Not sure if the camera picks up. This is like how can I describe this? This is fake leather, but not even that. It's really thin. And I think this is for functionality, because it does cool your phone actively, as we will see in a bit. So I think that's for that, the vent thing. But yeah, on the inside we have this okay, it's because they want to help the contact area. They have this surface that will get in contact with the glass on the back, and hopefully keep the phone cool. But I don't know how well the camera picks up. It's pretty cheap aluminum, it flexes. I think there's a little aluminum here, but then this seems plastic. Not too sure, guys. Not too sure how I feel about it. From a distance it looks okay, but as soon as you pick it up, you can feel it's not that great. Like, it was, I forgot to mention the price. So the standard kit was $140 Canadian, and if you include the light, that's $45 Canadian. And if you get the kit, which includes the light, this plus the UV filter, that's 186 Canadian. So because they didn't have it at the time when I bought it, I got these separately. But for $140, I don't know. This seems a little cheap. But okay, we'll move on. And let's take it out. Okay, we have a cradle. Let's put it aside. Actually, the unboxing experience is not too bad. Everything is packaged nicely. We do have some paperwork. Let's see if they have any extra goodies inside. Oh, okay. So there's your paperwork. I'm sure there's English there. And then you have installation auxiliary tools, professional LCD screen protector film. Okay, seems like a, oh, okay, it's like a, I don't know, maybe a cleaning cloth or something, because I do see they included a screen protector. Now I have one on already, but they also give one to you, and it has a little black border on the side if you like that style. So, but we're gonna just put it aside, and then you have some sort of, I'm sure the document will tell me what it is and how to use it. I think this is for when you want to put the screen protector. This is the guide or the stencil they give you to do that. All right, so we're gonna put that aside, and then we're gonna have a look here. So we have a little lanyard and USB cable. I'm gonna open that, and then finally you have your Telesin grip. Okay, at least this one has my first, let's say, impressions of it are it has some amount of weight, not a lot, but because it has a battery inside, it has some amount of weight. And then again, the aluminum, it's not the best type of aluminum. This is like really bottom of the barrel type of aluminum. Yeah, it's not good quality. The paint job is fine, and then you have some fake leatherette. I wouldn't call it leatherette. It's like, I don't know, somewhere between cork and leatherette. Feels alright. And they have some instructions: power on by holding the capture key and the iPhone, yada yada yada, settings, and then accessibility, and then how to control. I'm gonna read all of this in a bit, but I'm gonna take it off so I can show you how it looks. So this is where you can, from the looks of it, charge the phone, because it does have a battery inside, and also the magnetic, how you attach it to the phone, because there is no other clip or anything like that. So you just attach it to the phone. You can do it on a naked phone, and you can also do it through their case. We're gonna do it like this. That's all what was in the box. We're gonna move it aside. All right, so we're gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna unbox the light. So this is the Telison C03 magnetic selfie ring light. Now the idea is pretty decent. It magnetically attaches to either the back of the phone or the back of this grip. So it provides you with an extra illumination source, which should be decent. It has a couple of modes. We'll have a look at that, and it is, I believe it's 500 milliamps. It's interesting that it says C03 on the front, but then model S5BGD01. I don't know, which one is it, Telison? Is it S5BGD01 or is it C03? Really confusing. But anywho, nothing much here. Let's open the box. All right. Okay, some paperwork, and then you have, oh, that's okay. I mean, it's $45, but they could have, given us some better packaging. It's really sucky packaging. But anywho, we're not here for that. A USB-C cable, nothing else. And you have a ringamajig, which I kind of, ruined, taken out. But it is a metal ring. If you're using a phone which does not have MagSafe magnets, you can stick this onto the phone or onto the case, and then you can stick it on there. But we're gonna keep this aside. We're gonna have actually a look. Oh, this is just, I don't know why they bothered with the envelope, but yeah, there's your manual. I'm sure we can figure it out. So I'm gonna put it back. Still don't get it, why they have it like this. Interesting. Anywho, so we're gonna move this aside and move packaging aside, and now we can have a look at the light. So yeah, you can just swivel it, and I think it comes out, which is pretty cool. So you have some different angles, some different heights to work with. There is a little selfie mirror, which is there is a film on it, don't worry. So once we're ready, we'll take it off and see how clean the mirror actually is. And then again, it's the same material. It's a little rattly, but then again, you don't expect much from a $45 product. I can see I don't know how well the camera picks up, but there's a lot of imperfections underneath the paint here on the body. It's not completely circular. There's like breaks and this and that. It's plastic. It's painted like aluminum, but it's all plastic. This is all plastic, guys. But that's okay. It's not that expensive, but it's a little rattly. So not too sure. But then it also looks like one of those makeup kits for the ladies, you know, where you have like a little mirror and then you put the little thingamajig. So interesting look. But yeah, we'll see how it functions. So I'm gonna put it aside for just a second. This is the iPhone 17 Pro, 512 gigabyte in Cosmic Orange. Now I'm gonna take it out of the case because we wanna first test the product with, you know, what Telison has provided. So pretty pristine. Okay, some fingerprints that I just got, but let's have a look. Nothing sharp on the inside, although I would say there is no padding. It's all bare plastic that your phone is going to be in contact with. And knowing this phone, using it for the past 10 days, I've noticed this phone scuffs up really easily. Now, I do have an iPhone 13 Pro. You can watch the video right about here. I make a comparison of this phone with that one. But the build quality on that iPhone 13 Pro, much nicer, guys. Really nice quality. The stainless steel, the glass, everything looks fine. Like right now I'm recording with it, so I cannot show it to you. But this one, it's just yeah, the build, I'm not a huge fan of the way it feels. It feels like any other phone, any Chinese, any Huawei, Xiaomi, any other phone on the market in 2025. They're using the same aluminum. It's nothing like the Apple, you know, top of the top, creme de la creme. Nothing like that. And this is like scuffing up really bad. I don't know how well the camera picks up, but I tried making a point of it in my other video as well. But I'm not too hopeful that this will look good in a few months, taking it in and out of cases, or, you know, using it in general. But anywho, this is the iPhone. We're gonna hopefully not scratch anything and put it inside. It's a pretty stiff case, so I'm a little, you know, yeah, as you can see, it's not the yikes. Okay, all right, once it's in, but I'm not a huge fan. Okay, the button, interesting. So the volume button works fine. Yeah, all right. Volume up, volume down. The action button works fine, but the power button, does not wanna. I think it's already stuck. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take it off again. But this is how it looks on the back. But I'm gonna have to take it off. I'm just gonna push and it comes out. Well, I do not like the way the phone goes in and out of the case, and I can clearly see because of the hard plastic here, it's already scuffing up the 5G antenna, guys. This thing is not gonna last, especially with this case. I'm not a fan of this case, like not a bit. It's rattly, and the power button didn't even function properly. So we're gonna try again. Hopefully this time it does not get stuck. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Wow, guys, I am not sure what's going on. You see, okay, now it's working, but it barely travels. Oh my god, this is not good. This is absolutely horrible. I do not like the way this power button feels. It's wow, okay. Like these volume up, volume down, these are clicky. I don't know how well the mic picks it up. They're fair bit clicky. And then the action button is also clicky, and you know, there's not decent play, but enough that you can, you know, without looking, be sure that you actually push the button. But the power button, it's like it barely travels. It's almost like it's all halfway already pressed. Oh, I do not like it. I mean, it's functioning, but it's mushy. It's got no travel. It still rattles the case. If you can hear it, it still rattles. So I'm not Telison. If you're listening, if you're watching, I doubt that you are. But if you are, not a big fan of the build quality. You got a really nice idea, nice product, like it looks decent. I mean, I only saw this in videos and online images, and this is the first time I'm using it. But so far, when it comes to the case, not a big fan. Do not like the way it looks. Yeah, it's the plastic. It's I don't know, and yeah, so far not impressed with the case. The case does not have a lip. Let me repeat, it does not have a lip. The screen is probably at the same level as the, I don't know how well the camera picks it up. I have a screen protector on, so there's maybe a little bit of a lip here, maybe just a tiny bit, but my screen protector is gonna be scuffed up if I put it down on the table, and if it gets, dragged, because I can tell the glass is, yeah, you can tell the glass is touching the table. Not good, guys. So not impressed with the case. Hey, it's a long video, I know that, but then again, this is gonna be my style. I'm gonna keep it honest, keep it real with you guys to help you make the right decision. Because hey, we have our hard-earned money that these companies want us to spend it on their products. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna just let some reviewers decide what we buy and use. We're gonna do it honest. We're gonna do it open. I'm just doing it right now, and I'm telling you, I'm not impressed. Telison, yeah, not impressed. No travel there. Yeah, the button, it's just weird. It's finicky. Yeah, I don't know. This is better, but then not really. But this is mush. This is not good. I mean, sure, they have clearance for the camera controls. That's good. But then, yeah, it does not look really promising. On the back though, you do have a little bit of a lip, like the cameras are not protruding, so you can put it on the table, and it still rocks a little. Yeah, not impressed. I mean, my other case, the Taurus case, it's like $60, but it's much, you can feel the quality, and then it doesn't do this. Not impressed, guys. If you expect me to put this case on permanently, regardless of when I'm using this grip or not, yeah, this isn't happening. But anyways, let's move on to the next bit. Now let's put on the grip. Let's see how it clicks. Okay, strong magnet, I'll give them that. And then it turns into this whole kit. Now yeah, okay. The ergonomics of it, I would argue, are not too bad. So they say to hold the button to turn it on. Let's see if they have any. Oops. Let's see if they have any juice. So the light, I don't know how well the camera picks it up. Oh, it did turn on. So there's some flashing going on. We're gonna go into the Bluetooth settings for the iPhone. Let's see. Bluetooth. All right. Let's see if it pops up. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't have any charge. Okay, it says accessory. Is it this? Let's see. Let's give it a couple more seconds, guys. I'm actually gonna read what it says here. So it says go to the iPhone, go to setting, accessibility, and then full screen zoom and turn on zoom. Okay, but power on by holding the capture key for 2 seconds, connect via Bluetooth. Yeah, so I did press the power key or the capture key for 2 seconds. Okay, now it's off. Now it's on, but I don't see it pop up. Let me turn off the Bluetooth and then turn it back on. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I don't know what that was about, but yeah, let's pair the device. I'm gonna center my phone a little. Okay, so it's connected, and now the light is completely off. There is no light. I would say the LED is pretty dim. I mean, I'm not there is light here, but Yeah, I can barely make it out. So if you're outside, I doubt that you can actually see if the light is on or not. Okay, then it says go to the accessibility. All right, let's let's find out accessibility. Go to zoom, and then it says turn on full screen zoom. It's already on. So zoom region, full screen, turn on zoom, and double tap with 3 fingers to restore. I don't know what that means. Double tap with 3 fingers to restore. Point number 3. But okay, all right. So we're just gonna go to the camera app now and see if we can use it. Oh, there you go. Wow, okay. That was fast. So the shutter is actually 2-stage. I'm not sure though, because normally when there's a 2-stage shutter, like if you can feel it, it's like one and then 2. So it clicks a photo when I go completely down, but then when I half press it, usually with DSLRs and other cameras, when you half press it, it just focuses, it locks in onto the object you're trying to focus on. But here, I don't see the focus thingy pop up. So I'm not sure if the half press actually does anything or if I'm missing something, but we'll see. Okay, so there's that, and then you have a little, wheel here, sort of. If I, doesn't do anything. Maybe there's an app that I need to install. Yeah, I'm sure there's an app, and then it'll become better. Probably. I'm missing something. I have to be missing something. And what does this part do? It's solid plastic. Interesting. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to check this out by downloading the app or something. All right. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'll see you in a second. All right, guys. I am back, and I finally figured out that I needed this Reef color app for Telison, and when you open it up, it just goes into this photo mode. Now I have a lot to say, so buckle up. First of all, I did not know this. I thought this will be just a grip that controls camera features. This app only has a photo mode. There is no video mode on this. Now, why is that important? A lot of us use our cameras, especially the iPhone's 3 cameras, to capture video. This app only allows this grip to control the photo features of the camera. So first, let's go over the basics. So this is the interface that you see. I just connected the grip in the app. This is your shutter button. So you can snap a picture, as I said. So here, half pressing locks the exposure, and then full press takes a photo. So at least they're using the half press feature somewhat. There's a dial on the front, and you can actually change what that dial does. So right now it's not doing anything, not sure why. If I go to the master grip and then I see dial, it's set to exposure adjust, so it should in theory adjust the exposure. And then the function key, this key right here, switches the functionality of the dial. So it's a very weird system. I don't know why they could just not like turn it into an action button, a custom button that you can use for anything, like the action button on the iPhone. It's when you press this, you switch the functionality of the dial between the 2 modes that you select. All right, so if the dial is set to exposure, and then I go to the function key and I say, okay, when I press the function key, the dial should move from adjusting exposure to switching between shooting modes. But then there are no shooting modes, there's only photo mode, as you can see. So I'm not too sure what they're referring to. So right now, actually, I don't know what happened. It stopped working on its own. It was working fine. But yeah, I don't even know at this point. I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on again, just so just to make sure we're not making any mistakes. So I'm gonna turn it off. All right, it's off now. Nothing controls nothing. And then I'm gonna press and hold. It's gonna turn on. I can see the green light, and it's green here, so it's connected. All right. So yeah, takes photo again. All right. So again, the dial just stopped working altogether. So I'm not sure what is going on there. In the beginning, when I was setting it up, it was actually controlling the exposure, believe it or not. So, oh, there it is. So now the function, when I pushed the function button, it said dial function, switching shooting modes, and then I push it again, dial function, adjusting exposure. So right now it is adjusting exposure, as you can see. This is actually pretty good, even though I might add the dial itself feels really bad. Like this is poor, like this is really poor quality. I mean, okay, I'm gonna say it. For a $140 product, this product's build quality so far has not impressed me one bit. From the quality of the buttons to the quality of the case to the way it works, no, not impressed with the way they implemented the idea. It looks pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. The color combination and from afar it looks really nice, but as soon as you hold it and start using it, not impressed. So okay, so we got the shutter button down. We have the exposure, and then if you hit function, you can switch between shooting modes. But what shooting modes? There are no shooting modes. There's only photo mode. So I'm not sure what they're talking about here. Maybe the app needs an update. Maybe I don't know what's gonna happen, but nobody's talking about it. There's limited data on the interwebs about this grip. On YouTube there's like unboxings and shorts, but nobody's talking about this. There is no functionality. And if I go to the regular camera app, this dial does nothing. This dial only thing that works is this shutter button, and not even the zoom slider. So the zoom slider, I'm using it, but it doesn't do anything. So if I go into the app, you can see that when you hit the zoom slider, it actually goes all the way up to maybe 20x. Okay, so it goes up to 20x, and then you can bring it back. And it's weird that whenever it switches between cameras, because it has three cameras, three lenses, it goes blur for just a couple of seconds, but it looks unpolished. The experience looks unpolished. See, it just, when it's switching between cameras, it goes to this blurry mode for a second, which looks pretty weird. Right now we're at the widest 0.5, and then when it goes to 1x to 2x, it just goes blur, switches the lens, and then when you move it further, it just goes blank again and then comes back. This is I don't know. I am not too impressed with the way the app is working. Of course, it's an app, bugs can be fixed. Maybe there's a version 2 of the app just around the corner and it fixes all of this. But as of now, as of October 1st 2025, the app, horrible experience so far. And the way it's integrated doesn't work. There is no video button. The main regular iPhone app is not integrated except for the shutter button. Nothing on it is working. There is this filter button that they have all these cool little cameras like CCD, EOS, Polaroid, and this and that. It's basically just, guys, some funky filters, some sepia tones, and nothing really special. I thought actually maybe it's the shutter button, like the way the sound the shutter makes, but it's not. I don't know what's going on right now, but as you can see, it's going berserk. Like, I don't know if that's a feature, if that's supposed to happen. I'm not too sure. Look at that. The camera is going crazy. Not impressed. Not impressed, guys. Yeah, half press locks the exposure. Yeah, and yeah, but then the zoom functionality is kind of broken. Function button is kind of confusing. It just switches what the dial does, and the dial can only do one thing, because if you look here, the dial can either adjust the exposure, filter switch, filter intensity, and switch shooting modes. The shooting modes don't switch, so we're left with three options. Let's see if I yeah, filter switch. So let's see if we set the dial to filter switch, what happens. Oh, okay. So okay, so right now the dial is on filter switch. Okay, so but the function key is set to turn the dial from filter switch to changing shooting modes. So we go back, and now we somehow got the video mode back. So if I, okay, so now it's switching between photo and video. Okay, I guess I was wrong, but hey, it's the most unintuitive layout. Yeah, so if I push function, it says dial function to filter mode, and it does. Okay, so maybe now it's working. Maybe I was wrong. I take my words back, so to say. So now we're switching between all the filters. That's good. And if I hit function, now the function changes the functionality of the dial. Now we're between video and photo. Let's see if we can use the zoom in video. Okay, we can. All right, that's good. So we're going back, and it actually in video it works a little better. So if I hit shoot, and if I go zoom in and come back, even though I would argue it does not go all the way. I think, of course, the main iPhone camera zooms in a lot further than this, but this goes from 1x to 5x. I'm not sure what happened to the other focal lengths, but yeah, it goes from 1x to 5x, but that's it. But it's better than not having anything. And then you have a pause function, but I think you have to hit it on the screen, and then you can take a photo, but I'm gonna kill the video. And then yeah, you can switch between photo and video. In photo mode, you can go all the way to 20x. Yep, but then it just loses focus and becomes all weird when it switches between lenses. All right, so that we figured out. So function works, dial works. What does this button do? Okay, so this button is a quick shortcut between 0.5x to 1x to 4x. So that's what that does. Okay, kind of redundant, but okay, I get it. It is getting warm, I might add. It is connected pretty securely. So this is one thing that I like. It's pretty secure. It's not going anywhere. The magnets on it are doing a fairly reasonable job. The phone is pretty warm. And it's not doing any cooling as I thought. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not supposed to cool it down. I did not read it on the literature, but I actually thought it might because of the way it looks, but it's not. So you can just plop it on, and yeah, if you have so moving on to the bottom, this is the USB-C where you charge the 3200 milliamp hour battery inside, and then when you hit on, you can actually use that to charge the iPhone. As you can see right now, we're wirelessly charging the iPhone. So that's something, you can use the grip to charge the phone. You have a quarter 20 thread. You can mount it on a tripod, which is good, and I'm sure it's gonna take the weight of the phone because it's pretty sturdy. As I said, it's not going anywhere, so you can mount it on a tripod and it should be okay. There's your lanyard holes. And yeah, this is to turn off the battery bank function, I believe. Okay, there we go. And now it's not charging, so you can turn off the battery function separately, and then you can keep this on. We're gonna go back to the stock app. Still take photos. Does not switch between modes. The function button doesn't do anything. The shortcut for switching between focal lengths does not do anything. The toggle for the zoom does not do anything. So in the iPhone's native camera app, this grip is pretty much useless. The only thing it does is just hit the shutter button. If you have it on video, I'm sure it's gonna start a video and you can kill the video, but then you have to touch the screen to use all the other functionality. But if you go to their app is not the best right now. Hopefully they can improve it in the future, but right now it's pretty basic. And it's not polished. It does not look like a finished product. It looks like it needs some work. What is this? Okay, you can change the aspect ratios. We looked at the connectivity. There's your library. There's your filters. There's your flip your camera to, okay, yeah. So camera flippage. All right, now how do I flip it back? There we go. So yeah, basic app. If they make it better, the app experience, I think it'll do the product some good, because as of right now, there isn't much to say for $140. I don't know. The build isn't the best. The ergonomics, I would say, are okay, are good. As the more I use it, the more I'm having second thoughts about the ergonomics. It is good that you have a grip, but then it's not fat enough. It's not wide enough for a normal. I have normal sized hands, so it's not wide enough to be able to grip it comfortably for longer periods of time. So let me show you something actually. Okay, this is not a fair comparison, but this is my Sony a6700, and I'm just gonna compare the grips. So as you can see, the Sony, even though this is a much deeper grip, the Sony's is not that deep, but it is wide and it is a little contoured. So even though they tried, but as you can see, it's not that contoured, and the Sony grip is really comfortable. I really like holding this camera. This camera is really nice. I had this overheating problem, but the Ulanzi CU01 cooler, you can watch the video right here, turned this into a really joyful tool for me. Now I look forward to using it, because when I put that cooler on, it takes care of the heat. It allows me to record at maximum resolution. I like the way it feels. I like the body. I like the sturdiness. I like the functionality, the ergonomics, the button layout. They did it right. Sony did right when they decided this. You designed this camera. I don't know what's rattling here. Not too sure. Something is. Oh, there. Okay, that was the Sigma, because I have it on a filter. But this video is not about this. I just wanted to show you what I'm comparing it to. So the grip design, Sony by far much more comfortable, ergonomically sound, contoured in the right places, fat, thick, right amount of depth. But with this one, even though it is deeper, it is much shallower. What they could have done is made it a little wider. That would have turned it into a much more comfortable experience. Right now, I feel like I'll get carpal tunnel if I hold it for too long like this. But anywho, so the app, I'm not too impressed. Maybe they can update, fix the bugs, and we can, review or revisit the app. But as of now, it is limited. Not many modes in the app. And the biggest letdown for me is, okay, the app doesn't work. That's fine. But these buttons, these functions should have, been integrated in the iPhone's native app, which it has not, So that's a real disappointment. No zoom, nothing works except for the shutter. So you can only use the shutter, but then again, you're spending $140 to buy an expensive shutter. I mean, come on, guys. So yeah, not impressed. This thumb rest, it's a joke. It's cheap plastic. First I thought it's kind of like a lever to do something with it, but it's just a cheap thumb rest. It's not comfortable. You would not want to rest your thumb here. It's awkward, right? You have this edge here, and then you're gonna put your. It doesn't make sense. The case, I'm not too impressed with the case. Cheap plasticky case. The button. Oh my God, this is horrible, guys. This button right here. I even tried off camera to put the case on a couple of times just to see if I was doing something wrong, but no. This button has one of the worst travels on any case that I've ever put on. It's not at all nice. These are okay, the volume buttons and the action button, but the power button not so much. I feel like I'm rambling, but this is something I think is important to know when you're spending $140. What do you get, or what is promised that you will get but you don't. These are two other lanyard points if you want to secure it to your let's say neckband or something. And that's pretty much it for the grip. We talked about the ergonomics, we talked about the buttons, we talked about the quality, the build, the app functionality, the integration. So the last thing to do now is to put this on the light, the model number of which was very confusing. Let me read it again. So it's C03 in the front, but on the back it says S5BGD01. So anywho, this is how it looks, and I am just gonna secure connection to the magnet. So the system does look rather okay, and if you just press down here, there we go, turns on. Now immediately, this is the first time I'm turning it on, and immediately see a little problem. I don't know how well the camera picks this up. I'm gonna try and show you the best I can. Do you see, like, it looks like a transformer coil, because in real life it looks exactly like it does right now in the camera. There are yellow warm LEDs and then cold LEDs, and they all light up sort of through a diffuser to give you a diffused light, but in reality it's not diffused. I'm sure at a distance it's gonna get diffused anyways, but you can clearly make out the different color LEDs. Right now only the warm ones are lit up. Now you have all of them. Now you have I don't know what this mode is, but warm and cold. And okay, this is supposed to be colder, but it still has a little bit of a yellow and white going on. Not too sure. If I hold it down, it turns it off. Press and hold, turn it on. So pretty simple functionality, switch between different modes. Not sure if you can switch the brightness or not. Not sure. I don't think. Oh, there's a dial. Okay, so you can turn it all the way up, turn it all the way down. Okay, that's cool. So this is the warm light, this is the cool plus warm sort of, and then this is supposed to be cool, but it still has the warm LEDs lit up. So it does a good job of exposing whatever is in front of you, and then you can also turn it like that, so it lights up your face if you are in selfie mode. So oops, I'm gonna get myself out of the way, and that's it lights up my hand pretty nicely. And yeah, I can switch it back, and then I can also extend it if I need to. So if there is something else, or if you want to clear if you want to have it a little raised up to match the other person or whatever subject you're shooting, their height, you can do that. You can pivot, which is pretty good. And yeah, you can go back and then turn it around. So I all in all, I actually like the light part of it. It's pretty easy to connect. It just goes on straight up, and then you can do all of this. The diffuser could have been better, sure, but the dial is nice. There's quite a range for you to choose from for your lighting. Not sure how long the 500 milliamp hour battery lasts on this thing, but it does have a USB charging port that you can use to charge it. And then of course it does also have this selfie mirror thing that I am not gonna peel right now, but yeah, that's how the light looks. So if you were to buy the content creator kit combo thingy, you will get the light, this kit, and a UV filter on top of the lens. But I am not too impressed by the build quality of this case, even though on camera I know it looks nice, but when you hold it, feels cheap. The materials are not as good, the app integration as I talked about, and then the ergonomics are not the best, especially when I compare it to an actual DSLR. So there you go, guys. It's been a long video, but then again, honest videos are always gonna be long because I didn't want to edit it. I wanted unfiltered, raw rant. So you know, honesty is always going to be my top priority. I'm not going to be a sellout. I'm not going to say, oh, buy this. This is an excellent product. If the product sucks, I'm going to tell it to you straight. Do watch my other videos if you want to hear my thoughts on the iPhone 17 Pro. I haven't done a detailed review yet, but I have compared it to my iPhone 13 in terms of build and whatnot. You can check that video out. But yeah, other than that, this has been a review of the Telesin Master Grip for the iPhone 17 Pro and their selfie slash, you know, scene lighting thingamajig, this C03 magnetic light. I think this is nice for 45 bucks. I think this is decent, considering it lasts a while in terms of you know, battery life and in terms of longevity. It's all made out of plastic, but that's okay. This is their grip. Let's have a look at it one last time. Mostly plastic, painted to look like aluminum, but yeah, it's all plastic. It's not aluminum. Maybe at the bottom, I don't know. Yeah, maybe, but all of this is plastic. And then finally the case, which I detest the most, and I'm afraid of taking it out because I'm afraid it's gonna scratch my phone. Oh my god, yikes. Oh, that is not, yeah, that is, I do not like this case at all, like at all, guys. This is, this is, yeah, I do not approve of this case. This button sucks, really does suck. It doesn't have any travel. It feels so cheap. Yeah, it's not good. I do not like the case. The grip is okay, the functionality is bad, the light is good, and yeah, let's see. Yeah, I do have some scuffing going on at the top here. There was a little bit before this, but I'm sure this case did not help. But yeah, on the side it still looks okay, but it is aluminum. It's not gonna hold up as well as the stainless steel frame did on my iPhone 13 Pro. But yeah, this was my video review of the Telesin Master Grip and light. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want more honest, to the point. Not to the point, I mean, it's more of a rant, let's be honest. But then again, these are honest videos. I'm not sponsored. I bought everything on the table with my own money, and I would really appreciate if you can support the channel by leaving a comment, liking, and sharing this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.